English Home Language, Term 3, Week 2. Listening and speaking. This week in listening and speaking, you need to listen to a complex sequence of instructions and respond appropriately. Here is an example of the activity you will need to do in your booklet. The story says, Nate and Gemma need to go and get some food from the store before they can cook their friends a delicious meal. In phonics this week, we are going to concentrate on the A sound. So the A sound can either be A, I, or A, Y. They both make the A sound. Let's take a look at the next slide and see a few example words. A, Y words. Pay, play, pray, spray, tray, clay. A words. Tail, rain, train, brain, stain, pain. The sound we're going to revise this week is the K sound, using the curly K and the kicking K next to each other. So let's look at a few of these words. Sock, kick, clock, rock, lock, brick, block, sack. Sight words. Can you say these words together with me? Let's try. Good, again, I'll, boy, soon, want, cat, round, animals, night. Well done. Reading. Let's take a look at the cover of the book we are going to read this week, The Lost Key. There is a man and he's pointing to something. It seems as though the kids are looking for something. Can you guess what they are looking for? The title of the story is The Lost Key. The author of the book is Roderick Hunt. And the illustrator of the book is Alex Brichter. Writing. This week we're going to write a diary entry. We are going to focus on first, next, and finally. And then lastly, we're going to take a look at past and present tense. Let's take a look at this sentence. Last weekend, the tiny fairy fluttered around the magical forest to find the wise owl. When we write a sentence, we are going to look at the 5 W's. When, who, what, where, and why. Last weekend tells us when this happened. Who are we talking about? The tiny fairy. What did the fairy do? She fluttered around. Where was all of this happening? The magical forest. Why was the tiny fairy in the magical forest? To find the wise owl. This is the same story we used in listening and speaking. We need to go and put this in order, and then you will see on the next slide is the writing piece you need to go and write in your class workbook. You are going to copy this exactly as it is into your class workbook. You need to go and write that story on the previous slide in order, using first, then, next, after that, and finally, so that the story makes sense. This week we will also be writing a diary entry. Have you ever lost something? How did you feel? Write a diary entry about the day you lost something. If you haven't ever lost anything, use your imagination. Draw a picture after you have written at least 5 sentences in your class workbook. Handwriting. This week you are going to have 2 activities in the handwriting cursive booklet that I've given you, and you are going to have 1 activity in your class workbook which you will copy directly from this video.